What's up, all my investors? It is ShDai, and I'm back again with another episode of HINANCE, breaking down the complex financial world for everyday people like me and you so we can make some cheddar, some moolah, some bread, whichever way you want to call it. Today, we're going to be talking about some economic news as well as the importance of long-term investing, which stocks you should be holding. I'm going to be sharing some great information. We got a special guest as well, so make sure you pay attention all the way to the end of the video because you don't want to miss any information. I appreciate all my first time viewers, the last time viewers, the people that have been here since day one. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all. Just don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. It looks just like this. And let's get right into it today. As you may know or may not, the Senate seat has fallen into the hands of the Democrats, which is going to be very great news for certain sectors, certain companies. Some people are extremely happy. It's been a crazy past week with this whole Capitol being stormed and all that crazy news. I had to shut off the news. Let me know in the comments how you were feeling about it. I had to shut it off because it was just getting wild. But yes, the Senate seats are now in the Democratic hands, which means great news for EV market, great news for the cannabis market, great news for the energy market. It'll be interesting to see how great news for the student loans, great news for student loans as well. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Democrats taking the Senate seats. Do you really think some changes are going to be made or not? With the recent jobs report loss that came out a week ago, I think that this is going to lead to maybe some more aid. We may be getting some additional checks, some additional stimulus, especially now that the Democrats have the House, the Democrats have the Senate, and the Democrats have the presidency. We could see more stimulus, more aid down the road, which is nice now. But we also someone's going to have to pay that money. Who's paying that money back? Let me know in the comments if you can guess who is paying that money back. Also, with the Senate's being taken over by Democrats, the social media platforms just decided that, F Trump. They don't care for Trump anymore. They all banned him. They all teamed up to ban him. I didn't even know you could be banned from Google. I guess because Google is part of YouTube, but it was just funny. This man is banned from everything. He is being isolated by the social media platform world, and it's only fair because he was attacking them. So now that, clearly these social media platforms are on the side of the Democrats, I think that's very clear. Is that a problem? I don't know. I guess it really depends on your opinion and how you see it. But I think it's just funny how they teamed up against him. And, they're all blocking him. But we also do need to be very careful because we are a free speech country. So I understand that his free speech was leading to violence, but we just need to be careful as far as what they're moderating and what they're isolating. Yes, I'm fine with them shutting him off, but if y'all start shutting off regular everyday people with a certain different type of mindset, then it becomes a little scary. But that's a whole different conversation. We also have some stocks starting off earnings seasons this week, Thursday and Friday, I believe. It's going to be banks. Banks are leading this wave of earnings season calls. I think also some airlines as well. JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, Delta, Carnival Corporation. I think that these are all stocks you want to be paying attention to this week. Like I've told y'all, there's opportunity in banks. There's opportunity in travel and leisure. So watching these earnings calls, just listening to see how they're going to be approaching this upcoming year would be very important. If they dip, buying opportunity. If they dip, buying opportunity. So just pay attention. I recently read an article that stated how to turn $3,000 into $41 million lessons from a century. Now, I know what everybody's thinking. A century, 100 years. Like who's gonna invest for 100 years and never enjoy none of the profits, and then you be dead, and then the 41 million, and everybody else can enjoy it. Well, no. I think that it was a great article, and if you read it, let me know in the comments below. It was pretty much it took information from a century. If you invested $3,000 back in 1920s, which $3,000 was the average household income, if you invested that into the Dow, into a few of certain sectors, it would now today be worth $41 million. Yes, century is a long time. But what I thought about is the importance of long-term investing. And I think that this article, I don't want to, break down every single detail of the article. You can go read the article. It's out there. The importance is the importance of long-term investing. And long-term investing, just you're gonna win in my eyes. If anybody's out there looking for a strategy, long-term investing, you are going to win over time. Stop looking at it as short perspective. You can lose a lot of money. I know plenty of people. I know people from the stocks group chat who've lost money short-term investing. I've lost money short-term investing. My friends have lost money short-term investing. So what does that tell me? That long-term investing is so much more important, so much more valuable than short-term investing. Yes, you can make money short-term. I'm not saying you can't. You can definitely make money. You can definitely roll the dice. Maybe you can make more money than someone could long-term. It really depends on how you invest long-term and how you look at it, how the opportunities break out. So I feel like you can make millions of dollars off investing thousands of dollars. You just have to have a longer-term outlook. My outlook is usually 5 to 10 years, and I'm counting 2020. It could be right before the next election happens. For me personally, I have my 5-year option, and then I have my 10-year option. But let me not speak too much on it. Let's bring in a special guest. Y'all have seen him before. My man, shout him out, and make sure y'all follow his YouTube channel, Rasta Stocks. Let us know your thoughts on investing.
What's up, Stock fam? It's Rasta from Discord, Future Millionaires. First things first, Happy New Year's. Okay. Investing has been a journey for me because I've learned so much. I started out with $200 and things are going good, I've sold Canopy Growth and Carnival Cruise Line when I just started out because I wanted to get in a growth stock like Tesla. But I wish I didn't sell those stocks. I should have held on because they are doing quite well. But hey, listen, you learn from those mistakes. I'm back in those two stocks right now. I'm going to continue to hold those stocks for the next 5 to 10 years. And another thing, do your due diligence, do your research. And stocks that I'm looking at right now are CRISPR Technologies, Plug Power, DraftKings. Oh yes, Shaddai, this is a question for you, bro. NIO. Let me know what you think about NIO, bro, because I feel like they're going to do great. They're going to do great, bro. They're going to do great in China and Europe. So let me know your thoughts and your opinions on that, bro. And for those of you guys who just starting out investing, any stock you believe that's going to do good, stick to it. You ride the wave. Don't necessarily follow everybody's thoughts and opinions. You got to do your own research. Any stock that anybody tell you about, you do your research on. On that note, I'm going to let you guys get back to my boy Shaddai so he could tell you more knowledge, aka spit fire to you guys. On that note, peace. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Guys, one of the most important things about investing, don't be afraid to invest because you don't want to regret not investing in a company. So don't be afraid. You take the risk. Scared money don't make no money.
Thank you, Rasta, for sharing your thoughts and your experience. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel, watch the videos. I can guarantee you he does his research and due diligence. Now, back to the 3,000 into 41 million. It can happen. Let's say it was 50 years. That means it would have been 20 million. 25 years, it would have been, you do the math. It really depends on how long you want to hold out when it comes to this long-term game. But over time, stocks will gain more. Stocks are way more now than they were 10 years ago, 20 years ago. You just have to have patience. So you can turn a couple $1,000s into hundreds of $1,000s, millions of dollars potentially, depending on how your strategy is to invest and depending on what you invest into. You invest into growth, you invest into value. Do your research. Now, this leads to my word of the week, which is due diligence. What is due diligence, you may be wondering? Due diligence is an investigation, an audit, a review of what's being presented. You're trying to confirm the facts. That's what due diligence is. Let's say, for example, if an article says Zynga is going to be the next stock to soar 25%, well, you're going to go, doing your due diligence is you're going to go online and you're going to see what's on, what's Zynga's, what did they say in their last quarter report? What was mentioned in the last earnings call? Did they say that they expect to see some type of an increase? Or did they say they expect to see some type of a decrease? Now, if you see that Zynga saying they expect a 35% increase, and then you see some other stuff that shows that, you see their earnings growing, you see other things, you're looking at their financials, you're doing your due diligence, you're speaking to other people. Hey, what do you see? Having conversation. That's doing your due diligence. You're researching, you're checking things out to confirm that what this article is saying or what these analysts are saying is true, and we have to do our due diligence. If there's one thing I always promote, it's doing your research, doing your due diligence, which is pretty much the same thing. And that's because you can't just rely. I don't want you to rely on me. I tell people that all the time. I don't want you to rely on me. I'd rather us have conversation and debates about stocks rather than you just be like, hey, what other opportunities or what should I invest in? Or nah. Pick some companies you like and say, hey, what do you think about ARC Genomics? Or what do you think about Canopy Growth now that it's risen up to $20, $30? Let's have a conversation. That way we can work on our research, work on our due diligence. It can make us better. Trust me, you don't want to be depending on anybody, because when it's time to sell, when it's time to buy, you don't got time to call nobody. You ain't got time to wait for an answer. You got to make money. It's going to take time for you to feel more comfortable, but the more comfortable you feel, the better you get. Just continue to ask questions. And if you want to join the Stocks Group chat, shoot me a DM above and I will get you all the details you need to join the Stocks Group chat. And we're just trying to build generational wealth. We're the future millionaires. That's what the stocks call, the future millionaires. And I know there's multiple, if not all, future millionaires in that group, because not everybody's gonna make it. That's just the truth. Not everybody has the will to put in the action, to put in the time, to put in the research. So make sure you're doing your due diligence. That's important and very key. Now let's chat about some stocks that you should be holding, not selling. Stocks that you should be holding, not selling. I'll repeat that. I had to repeat it so that you can hear me clearly. If there's one thing, long term, again, this whole episode is about long-term investing. Now, Apple has been disappointing me personally, but I know that they are a stock that I should be holding, not selling. Apple's Apple. Their products are everywhere, and we are going to see how well the Christmas kind of sales time did for them, how the new iPhone rollout did for them. We're going to see that in the next quarter earnings. And there's definitely talks about an Apple car. They're in talks to have a deal with Hyundai, which could be pretty big. Hyundai's not a bad vehicle maker. I don't want to see Apple in the car game, but hey, if they do it, if they do a partnership, I told y'all in the beginning of 2020 or during 2020 pandemic that partnerships, alliances are going to take companies to the next level in this new era. Alliances, you just get stronger. So do I want to see Apple competing in the car market? No. But is it going to make them stronger? Of course. That means more products into, Apple products into vehicles. It's just really good for the company. So I think Apple is definitely a stock you should hold. Banking stocks, I can say a bunch. JP Morgan is reporting this week. Wells Fargo, nah. Forget Wells Fargo. Don't. They're not. it's hard. You got to take emotion out of this sometimes. I don't really like Wells Fargo emotionally, but there's opportunity there. So do your research. If it fits your portfolio, then hey, I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm not gonna hate on you to make money. So Wells Fargo, Citigroup. I've mentioned plenty of banking stocks, Ali, Financial, Discovery. All these. Many of you should know some of these. Visa, as a Mastercard or Visa, one of those. You could do your research on that. For sure. Airline stocks, there's definitely opportunity. Airline stocks, I'm big on JetBlue. There's Delta, there's Spirit, there's American Airlines, there's Virgin Galactic. There's so many opportunities out there. I always ask everybody, let me know in the comments if you don't see these opportunities. Please, let me know in the comments, because I don't want no one being left behind. That's my thing. I want you to be able to see it how I see it. And if you can't, please let me know in the comments, and we can have a discussion to kind of get you to a point where you can at least see something. You want to be holding electrical vehicle stocks, especially with the Democrats taking the House, the Senate, the presidency. They were big on EV. They're going to be building EV stations. They're going to be building, giving funding and credits for more EV cars. There's a few states that have already said by 2035 we want only EV cars being sold. This is gonna be a half EV country. So you definitely want to be holding Tesla. Definitely. And like I said before, I got plenty of people who are telling me, hitting me up, man, I wish I didn't sell my Tesla. You seen a couple $1,000 and your ass got happy as hell. Go ahead, it's alright. It's alright. You got happy as hell. You maybe had never seen type of gains like that before. You got happy and you said, ooh, I'ma sell. But what you're going to miss out is that price you bought in at. What you're going to miss out is the continuous gains that are going to happen in the next 4 years. So, EV market. And I got to give it to Neo. I got to give it, shout out Rasta again. I got to give it to Neo. I didn't believe in Neo. I didn't believe in the Chinese stock, but I'm waving my white flag on Neo. They are definitely something to put on your watch list, but I'm still going to hold out on my Tesla, and I'm glad that I got into Tesla. I said I wasn't going to miss this boat, and I got on this boat. I got my seat. I got my feet kicked up. We're heading towards the sun, and I'm finna get this tan. And I hope many of you out there are as well. Let me know in the comments if you are invested in EV stocks right now. Another stock group that you want to be holding is the cannabis stocks. As y'all may know, y'all seeing that I'm aligning all these stocks with stuff that the Democrats are supporting. And that's what you want to be aligned with right now. You don't want to be aligned with something that the Democrats are not supporting, because they run everything right now. They about to get money passed through. Hopefully more states approve medical cannabis or just cannabis dispensaries. That brings in more tax revenue, more jobs, which all states need. The EV market also brings in more jobs, more tax revenue that states need. I forgot. Actually, I even forgot about the gaming. I forgot about the betting, sports betting. I'm not sure how far that will go. Especially with cannabis and EV kind of taking the storm. But you might want to hold the DraftKings. You might want to hold the Penn National Gaming, which owns Barstools, betting, and all that great stuff. That's good stuff to be looking into. Another stocks group you want to be holding is travel and leisure, because eventually we will get there. Eventually we will be traveling like we never traveled before. Eventually all the zine distribution will be out, and everybody will be looking to travel. The airlines are even selling plane tickets for the low. Y'all don't even know. I just bought a plane ticket. Y'all gonna see on my daily blog. I just bought a plane ticket for so low that it's amazing. It's giving me an opportunity to travel. I want to travel more in 2021. So they're going to be giving lower travel so that people go more, lower prices. Lower prices is always good, especially when you're getting free checks from the government. So I hope that these stocks help you, put you into a different perspective on what you should be holding, what you should have in your portfolio. Let me know in the comments if there's any stocks that I missed. I mean, there's plenty of stocks that I missed. But I only putting a little bit out there this week. Let me know in the comments below if there's a stock that you really think that people should be holding. Like I said, sharing information and having debates is the best way to grow our minds in this game. If you're for the people like I am, you're going to leave your comments below for the rest of everyone else. I appreciate you all for watching. Of course, my phone is going off like it always does, but we're going to ignore it. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Continue to glow. Continue to do your research, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Follow me on Instagram at